lovelies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am Shauna. If you don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Now, I have not done a video like this in a few months. It's all been like vlogs and different sorts of videos, so I'm happy to be back in front of the camera and talking to you guys. I am a bit rusty because if you don't keep doing the same things, you do get a bit rusty, and so I am a bit rusty today, but never mind. I'm so happy to be back in front of the camera. I missed you guys so much and I'm happy to be back talking to you. Anyways, how have you guys been? This year has been so crazy, like so many things happening here, there and everywhere, but we got to live each day like it's our last, guys, because so many crazy things happening in our world, and it's just been super crazy. Anyways, I don't want to get into that today. I just wanted to come to you guys with my new foundation routine. I finally found a foundation that I think I like, so you will hear my thoughts at the end of the video. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and jump into this video real quick because I don't want to make it very long. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this video. So yeah, keep on watching. Okay guys, so I know I'm super late to this JUVIA'S foundation, as I always am. I'm always late because obviously I live in the islands and everything takes longer to get to me, and I sort of like things to kind of settle in before I jump and buy them. So I've been looking for a really nice foundation for a while now, and everybody's been raving about the JUVIA'S foundation, so I decided to try it out. Anyways guys, I picked two shades because I wanted to sort of go lighter and darker just in case, I must, the story, I'm always mixing and matching. So I bought two shades. I bought Malawi, that's 230, and I also bought Lagos, which is 240. Now there's a little story about this foundation. So I bought this foundation a couple weeks ago, guys, and I decided to try it out. I forgot that you only need to use a little bit of this foundation. I ended up using way too much, and my face looked like somebody dunked it in mud. It was so pasty and heavy, and I was going out that night, so I had to immediately remove my foundation and reapply another foundation. I was like, what is going on? I didn't realize that I had used way too much of the foundation, so I had to take off everything and reapply another foundation. So I did my research again, and the girls that use it said you only need the tiniest amount of this foundation. So I used it again last night, and I was very impressed with how smooth and my face looked even, and it just looked flawless. So I decided to come on here and give you my thoughts and kind of test it out again, if you will, so you guys can know if you're on the market for a new foundation, you can actually give this foundation a try. They've got a very large selection of these shades. So if you're looking for new foundations to try out, I'd say go ahead and try the JUVIA'S. They're always having sale. They're not expensive, and they are very lightweight. They come in a very little tube like this, which is not very convenient because it does get a bit messy, but I like it. It's very lightweight, so it's very easy for you to travel with if you travel a lot. If you travel a lot, this foundation will be very easy to travel with because it, as I said, is in a tube and it's lightweight, so it won't break or it won't bulk up your bag or your makeup bag. So let me go ahead and test out the first shade, which I think is the darkest one. I think it's Malawi. I've already prepped and primed my face, so I'm going to go ahead and try out Malawi, just so you guys can have an idea of what Malawi looks like. So let's go ahead and just put the smallest amount. So this is Malawi. Let me zoom in. So that's Malawi. That's Malawi, and this is Lagos. So that's Malawi, and this is Lagos. Okay. So guys, I think I'm gonna go with the shade called Lagos because I think it's not as dark as Malawi. So I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand and then distribute it all over my face because I do not wish to have my face looking, casket ready. I'm going to do that and then go ahead and buff that out. It's quite a full coverage foundation, so you do not really need to use a lot of it, because otherwise your face is just going to look too muddy, which is what happened the first night I tried it. Okay, so even though it's meant to be a full coverage foundation, I can still see a little bit of blemish on my face. So I guess you can go in and sort of spot conceal with the same foundation, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm using the tiniest bit just to put on the areas that I still have a few blemishes. So I'm just going to lightly go like that. Guys, I forgot to mention that I also bought one of their concealers as well. This one is in the shade 12, so I'm going to be using that for my highlighting. So as I said, I used this foundation last night and I did get a bit oily. I don't know if it's because of the primer. I used the Fenty Beauty primer and I still had a little bit of oil, not too much. I had this foundation on for a couple of hours and it lasted long enough, but I still found that I had a little bit of oil in my T-zone area, which is the norm for me, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and try out their concealer. So this is basically what Lagos looks like on my face. So this kind of gives you an idea of what Lagos looks like on my skin tone. So if you're like my skin tone and you're looking for a foundation, especially in JUVIA'S place, I'd say Lagos, not bad. So that's Lagos. Quite matte as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of their concealer and just finish off my face. So this is in the shade 12. Whoops. So let that sit for a while. So this is the shade, is it J12 or 12? I think it's called J12. So that's the shade J12 in the concealer, and it's their, what's the name of this concealer? I don't know what this concealer is called, but it's in this packaging right here, and I'm using the shade J12. So let me blend that out now. I personally like when my concealer is a bit on the yellow side, but this isn't blending out badly, guys. Bring it up to here. Do you use your sponge wet or dry? I find that when I use my sponge too wet, it kind of removes the concealer. So I either use it with the tiniest bit of setting spray, or I use it dry. So it blended out really nicely. You can still see a little bit of yellow tinge on my face, but it's okay because we're going to blend everything out. My face is looking a bit yellow at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and set that with some Sacha Buttercup. And when I use my pressed powder, I'll tie everything in nicely together. I know it's looking a bit yellow, but that's okay. The key here is to blend. So I'm going to let that sit a little bit. Press that into my skin. So I've set that with some Sacha Buttercup powder. It's looking a bit yellow at the moment. It's okay, it's okay. We're gonna blend that out. But what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and my eyes and then come back and tell you guys how I feel about the concealer and the foundation. I'll give you like my final thoughts on the concealer and the foundation. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'm sort of baking, but not with a lot of powder, because I find that when I bake, my skin dries out too much, so I don't like bake. I kind of set, let it stay there for a little while and then dust off. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've quickly done my eyes. I know my face looks a bit crazy right now, but I'm going to even that out with my pressed powder, and it's the MAC MSF in the shade Dark Deep. So we're going to bring everything back to center basically. We're going to get rid of all that line of demarcation, and then of course I'm going to go ahead and spray my face so it gets rid of the powdery look as well. So basically I'm going to bronze up a little bit as well and highlight. And use the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in Mahogany and bring some depth back to my face. Can you guys see? Add a little bit of the Black Up for Jenny Jenkins highlighter on these cheeks. I'm not going to go crazy today like I usually do. Tad bit on the tip of my nose because I love how that looks. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and spray some setting spray to break down that powdery look, and then I'll be back to finish off my lips. So guys, I've been using the Morphe setting spray, and I really, well, setting mist, because it's so fine. I love it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Revolution lip gloss in Kiss. Nothing fancy. So basically guys, this is how the foundation looks after I've applied it. I've applied the shade called Lagos. I was wondering if I should have applied Malawi instead, because it's a little darker, and usually when you highlight after using a darker shade, it all comes together nicely. But this is how Malawi is looking on my skin right now. It doesn't look so bad from where I'm sitting. What do you guys think? Do you think I should have gone a bit darker, or do you think this is okay? Let me know. I think it looks great actually. I think it matches my neck as well, which is very important. Yes, and I've highlighted and bronzed up so everything is nicely tied in together. And I like the foundation. I'm still trying it out, so I can't really say I love it just yet, but I am still trying it out, and I will of course update you guys on Instagram as I usually do, and let you know if how I feel about it after I've used it a few more times. But as of now, it's okay. I like how it looks on my skin. As I said, I maybe should have gone a little darker. I should have maybe used Malawi. I'm not sure, guys. What do you think? I should have used Malawi, I think. But it looks great. I'm not gonna lie, it looks great from where I'm sitting. I don't know how it looks to you guys, so please let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear your thoughts, of course. And if you have this foundation, let me know how you feel about it. If you're planning on getting it, let me know as well. I just want you guys to comment and let me know how you feel about the whole foundation routine. Do you like Juvia's Place foundations, and what foundations you're using at the moment and which you would recommend? I have oily skin and I have acne prone skin, so I always tend to use oil-free foundations, and I don't like foundations that are heavy because I feel like they clog up my pores and they make my skin look a little bit too cakey. So I try to not use very heavy foundations. This one is quite heavy, so you should go in with the smallest amount and then build it up to your liking. But so far, you guys, I think it looks nice. I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I don't love it yet. Maybe that will change over the course of the time, but as of now, I like it. I think it's a great foundation, and for the price, it's not bad as well. So yes. Okay, my lovely, so this is the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear what you think about this foundation, or if you think that I should have gone a shade lighter, because I'm still testing them out, so we'll see. So thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. The button is down there, I think. I'm not quite sure. The button is somewhere down there. It's that red button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that button, and whilst you're there, click that notification bell as well, so you get notified every time I upload a video. And leave me a comment. Of course, don't forget to follow me on all social media. I'm active on Instagram, and it's Shaunz World on Instagram, so make sure that you go ahead and follow me. Check out my businesses, Shaunz Boutique. These earrings, darling, are from Shaunz Boutique. You get them in three rose gold, gold, and silver. So these are some really nice big hoops. They are lightweight, so they're not going to pull your earlobes down. And my lashes are from Shaunz Beauty. These are in the style Sophisticated, and they are really, really nice. They're not too much, but they're a little bit flirtatious and beautiful if you like those sorts of lashes. So go ahead and check out my sites. Everything is linked down below in the description, so go ahead and check us out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really missed you, and I hope to see you guys soon. Mwah.